I'd like to now introduce two guest speakers who came all the way out from New York. They represent NKUSA. Please now give a round of applause for Rabbi David Feldman and Rabbi Joseph Hoshhausen.
Thank you very much. Good evening, you all. My thanks to Brother Monir for this beautiful or sad film. It has taken all my words. I have prepared what to say, but we'll have to change everything in accordance to this film. Let me tell you, if Brother Monir is still here, Gaza is my home. I spent nights in Gaza in 2009 after the beginning of the siege, and I witnessed firsthand what the situation was at that time, and it wasn't even close to what we are witnessing today and what we just saw tonight. This is sad, this is disturbing, I don't know how to describe this. This is troubling, and this should trigger each and every person of conscience, each and every human being to do something. And if we don't know what to do, we should gather together here tonight and figure out what we can do to save the suffering people, the people who are still alive, because we cannot afford this to continue any longer. It's not only tonight that we come to the decision that this has to stop. This was supposed to stop a very long time ago. This was supposed to stop way before October 7th. This was supposed to stop before 1948. This unfortunately is criminal from beginning to end. And I say this as a Jewish person because I am so embarrassed when all of this is being done supposedly in my name, supposedly in the name of my people. And on top of all, sadly, my religion, the Jewish religion, is being misused to justify these crimes. But we have to remember, we just have to have things in right perspective. We have a secular movement which doesn't even claim to be religious. They turn their back to God and His religion. And they misuse that religion that they choose not to follow. Misuse it in order to justify crimes forbidden in that very same religion. This is total hypocrisy. But what they are doing, they are confusing the masses with some concepts that you cannot challenge. And you must remain silent. Because don't you fight God, don't you fight the Jewish religion, don't you dare to fight the Jewish people. You'll be anti-Semitic. And that's that very short frame that was in that film before. You know, that close the mouth with anti-Semitism accusation. This is ridiculous. This is dangerous. But let me tell you, this systematic silencing of people is dangerous to all. Because when we are standing here on this college campus, it's truly encouraging to see students, despite all that happened to other campuses, to other encampments, to other students. And I witnessed this in New York, in Columbia, City College of New York. And after all, students are still strong and utilizing their freedom of speech to at least do something here in the free world. This is what Gaza needs. Gaza needs us. Gaza needs us to speak up for them. And we can help. We can make a difference. The brave students here We admire you all. And believe me, not only Gaza sees you, the world sees you. And the world admires your bravery. And your bravery should be a lesson for the rest of Americans, should be a lesson for the rest of the world. To do everything in our ability to speak up for justice, to speak up for God's creation, to speak up for humanity. But when this anti-Semitism accusation is being used, I have to say, yes, there is anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism is an old concept, and none of us should tolerate it. It's not only anti-Semitism we shouldn't tolerate. We shouldn't tolerate Islamophobia. We shouldn't tolerate any racism. But when this anti-Semitism accusation is being used, it's not only doing injustice for the students on college campuses who deserve the freedom of speech. It's not only doing an injustice for Palestine or for Gaza, who deserve our voice to speak up for them. But let me tell you, this is doing an injustice for the Jewish people as well. Because when you conflate anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism, when you conflate Judaism with Zionism, you're making a statement. You're making a statement that God forbid all Jews are behind all of these crimes, all Jews support these crimes. And this ends up making a statement that all Jews are accountable to what is taking place. This is dangerous to all. We have to realize and overcome this propaganda. Pro-Palestinian solidarity has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. Judaism and Zionism is not the same to begin with. Judaism is a religion only. No politics to it. All what Judaism stands for is the belief in God and the following of the practice of his commandments. Versus Zionism, which is a purely political movement, basically uprooting the religion of Judaism, redefining it and replacing it with something which is its total contrast. Anti-Zionism is in no way anti-Semitism. When we are here joining pro-Palestinian students from all backgrounds, none of us are against Jews. Palestine was never against Jews. Jewish people lived in Palestine before the 1920s, before all of this started. None of this is against Jews. This is against crimes taking place. And if crimes are taking place, these crimes should be condemned, and these crimes should stop, regardless who the perpetrators of the crimes are. It's just embarrassing to me, to us as Jewish people, since these crimes are being committed by some people from Jewish descent. But in no way does this make its criticism anti-Semitic in any way. When we use the slogan "from the river to the sea, Palestine should be free," we are always accused of what? Anti-Semitism, driving all the Jews into the sea, killing all the Jews from the river to the sea. Now, I always say to those pro-Zionists, did you ever stop anyone using this slogan and ask them what this slogan is all about? This slogan is not about the annihilation of anyone. This is about the freedom of the oppressed and the safety and security for all. What's the solution? Everybody will ask, what is the solution? Well, first and foremost, stop this genocide. Stop this killing of innocent men, women, and children. What we have to realize, when everyone is concerned of any suffering of anyone, and we should be concerned. We should be concerned when Palestinians or Gazans are being mass murdered, and we should be concerned when Jewish people are in danger. We should be concerned when anyone is in danger. But we have to realize, if we truly want to find a solution, if we truly want to see a nicer future, we have to study and understand what is the root cause to all what is taking place. The root cause of this ridiculous, endless cycle of bloodshed in Palestine. The root cause is not the difference of religions, as Zionist propaganda wants you to believe. They want you to believe that it's the difference of religion. Guess why? Because everybody knows that these religions will not change. And if these religions will not change, and if this is the cause, then there is no solution. And if there is no solution, then we have to continue the crimes. We have to continue the mass murder, God forbid. But this is not the case. We lived in peace despite any differences of religions. The minority of Jewish people lived amongst a majority of Muslims. We Jewish people were respected and protected. We don't need the state of Israel to protect us. We have God to protect us. We have the Palestinian people that protected us, and we can live in peace. It is the brutal occupation of Palestine, which is unfortunately causing so much death and destruction to everyone. We have to stop this. Yes, we need a ceasefire. Yes, we need a permanent ceasefire. Yes, we needed a ceasefire 8 months ago. But it's way not enough a ceasefire. The ceasefire is not enough. The lifting of the blockade of Gaza is not enough. The two-state solution is not enough. We have to restore all rights to all oppressed people. We have to stop this occupation in its entirety. We hope that this occupation stops peacefully with no more suffering of anyone. We had enough. Unfortunately, the world is paying this tremendous price in order to wake us up. We should wake up. If we didn't wake up so far, we should wake up today. And we should help others to wake up, overcome Zionist propaganda, and realize that all of this needs to stop, not only for the people of Palestine who deserve freedom, who deserve life, but for the Jewish people involved as well. If we stop this occupation in its entirety, we can hope to see once again that beautiful peace that did exist in Palestine. We pray and we hope, we urge all of you to pray, that we should merit to see this soon in our days, in our lifetime, soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking time and speaking today. I want to do a quick mic check.
Justice!